day 17 for me on trail. Had a nice supper and conversation with my friend last night in Two Harbors, and now I'm getting packed up and getting ready to hit the trail. It's going to be longest day for me in this section of trail to get to the Ferguson Campsite from the 301. The first 6 miles are going to be a road walk, and it's raining. So trying to get myself psyched up and ready to go. So just got dropped off at the trailhead, and now I have about a 5.5, 6 mile road walk starting on Fours Road and then turning onto Gun Club Road. And in the background you can hear the ATVs on the road. And right now, because of the rain, the road is fairly well packed, but still a little bit slick, so gonna have to take it easy. It's not quite as bad as the trail was though. So onward we go. So right around a half hour in, and I'm already to Gun Club Road, which is a little surprising. Hopefully I'm not going out too fast, as they say. Looks like now I'm on asphalt, so footing shouldn't be a problem. And on we go to where the trail intersects. And hence the name of the road. So on the plus side, it is not raining. And it's not supposed to rain again until about 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. On the other hand, I looked up the weather and it was 59 and the dew point was 59. So the humidity level is off the charts. But the other thing is I completely overestimated the distance on this road walk. I think it's going to be closer to 3 miles than 5, which I feel pretty good about, because by the time I get to the junction up here, I'll have about 10 miles to go for the rest of the day and about 7 hours to do it. So feeling like we can make it work. So here's the section that's closed off right now. Back on the trail. The road walk ended up being about a little over 2.5 miles, and I did it in 44 minutes, so not bad. Unfortunately now, I think between here and Duluth, the trail is going to be a lot like this. Now the trail is met up with the North Shore Scenic Trail, built more for dog sleds and snowmobiles and skiers, so a little more open, but still soggy. Along with the humidity being so high, when I looked at the weather this morning, it said the UV index was 0. Hadn't seen that before, so didn't have to apply sunscreen today. So based on the blue dot on the map, I am now off of the section B map 6 and moving on to section B map 5. So hour and a half in, and I've knocked a map out. So that's always an encouragement to kind of, as you're making progress. So So I'm on the B section, and then there'll be the A section around Duluth and south, and then I'll be done. So fun to check off the progress. The other thing that I discovered when I was looking at B5 is that it looks like I'm under 100 miles to the southern terminus. So that's an accomplishment too. So that means I've gone more than 200 miles, albeit some last year and now this year. But feeling good. So it's about 11:30, and it's still 4 miles from the Reeves Falls site to the next campsite. So I think better to break for lunch now and then push on through after that. So got some lunch and filtered water, checked out the falls. That was kind of nice. And now, after a short little jaunt on Reeves Road, we're back on the trail. Here's a view from the top of the falls. Well, I'd gone about 3 hours without seeing any grouse today. And after my lunch break and hitting the trail again, I've seen 2. So up to 22 now on the grouse-o-meter. Wonder where we'll end up once we hit the terminus. The guidebook talked about finding taconite pellets here, and sure enough, falling off the train. add one on the grouse meter. And also, I've seen 4 grouse hunters out here, so really glad for my grouse fit. About 2:13, been at it for 5 hours and still at 5.5 miles to go. So doing okay, but got to keep moving. So it's getting late in the day and I'm cruising along and I've got my head down trying to keep from tripping on a root or a rock, and I totally missed seeing that sign behind me. So a little ways down the trail I saw white blazes and I was like, wait, that's not right, because the SHT is blue blaze for the main trail. So luckily I was only 20 yards down the trail when I realized it, but it's good to keep alert and remember to check your bearings. Made it to the destination. Tonight's dinner, pretty tasty. I'll wrap it up for today. 15.4 miles, including those road walks and things. Overall, it was a good day. I thought the section, the Reeves Falls, was beautiful, and the section right after that, where you go up on a ridge, you've got some nice views. That was lovely. And then the Stewart River was nice, and everything east or south of the Stewart River, about 80% of that was dry, pretty cruisable trail. So it was really nice to be able to pick up those miles there, and beautiful trail too, through some maple forests, the pine forests and things, and even some rocks there. It felt like I was in Pennsylvania. Some learnings. I learned that when I start feeling a little heat on my feet, I should stop and take care of it then. I got to camp and had some pretty nasty hot spots that hopefully the antibiotics and stuff will take care of, and have to use some Leukotape tomorrow. Good news that tomorrow, now there's a 19% chance of rain, so hopefully it'll hold off and allow me to get some big miles in. And they're predicting 80 for Tuesday, which would be not what I expected. And then campsite, I've got a separate short video that talks about selecting which tent site to use. Would love people's thoughts on that. I'll be posting that shortly. And then one thing about this Ferguson site, it is on the south side of town or on the north side of town, and since I've gotten here, it's been a constant rumble of the ore being loaded onto a ship and stuff like that. So that's one aspect of being out in the woods, but still being pretty close to town. So with that, I'll sign off. Again, thanks for watching, and keep on learning, and we'll see you down the trail.